upcoming Premier League fixtures for this weekend. Now, the first one on the list is my beloved club Manchester United going up against Newcastle United at Old Trafford. Tough game for Manchester United. It's always a tough one to play against Newcastle, whether at home or whether on the road. So it should be a very intriguing one against Newcastle for Manchester United. And Manchester United not playing any football consistently at this moment, so it should be a very intriguing one. Now, the second one on the list, which is Nottingham Forest facing off against the juggernauts Manchester City. Now, tough game this for Nottingham Forest. But hey, the football, you cannot predict it. Neither is the English Premier League. So that makes it a very intriguing one for Manchester City and Nottingham Forest. Now, the third one on the list, which is West Ham United versus Fulham. Now, this is a London derby, and two teams you cannot predict. That makes it a very intriguing one, right? So, at the London Stadium against West Ham United, let's see how Fulham pan out in this one. Now, the next one on the list, which is Liverpool, the defending champion, facing off against the team at the bottom of the table, Wolves. Now, after I stated against Arsenal that the team at the bottom of the table going up against the team at the top of the table, and Wolves did give a good account of themselves in that one. So Liverpool have to be careful in this one. Even though they are at home at Anfield, you cannot predict the Premier League nor the football. So it should be a very intriguing one. The next one on the list, which is Brentford versus Bournemouth. Now, two teams playing good football, just not consistent. And Brentford being at home against Bournemouth, let's see how they pan out against Bournemouth in this one. The next one on the list, which is Arsenal, the league leaders, going up against Brighton. Now, Brighton is always a good team to play against, whether they are at home or whether they are on the road as well. So this should be a very good test for the league leaders to see where they're at and see if they can keep afloat of top, because Manchester City is breathing down their necks. The next one on the list, which is Burnley versus Everton. Well, Burnley being at home against Everton should be a very mouth-watering test, and Burnley want to pick up points so bad, and they need maximum points in this one to stay out of the drop zone. So let's see this one pan out. The next one on the list, which is Chelsea facing off against Aston Villa. This one should be also a mouth-watering one. Chelsea being at home at the Bridge, Aston Villa 10 game unbeaten, in fine form at the moment. So let's see the Blues pan out this one against the Villas. The next one on the list, which is the Sunday fixtures, Sunderland versus Leeds United. Two promoted teams that came up this season, my bad. One of them won the championship and one came second. So this should be a very intriguing one as well. This is the first time they're playing this season. So let's see this one pan out. And the last fixtures of the Sunday fixtures, which is Crystal Palace facing off against Tottenham Hotspur, which is also a London derby. Crystal Palace being at home, there's a tough opponent to play, whether at home or on the road. And Tottenham Hotspur at this moment, not playing any good football at this moment. So that makes it a very intriguing one. So get in the comment section, give your score prediction for any team or your team.